Roxanne, international model, makeup mogul, and upcoming pop sensation, vanishes without a trace. Where has our national treasure been? The White House, a custom pink G-Wagon, a smoking gun. How a girl's trip nearly destroyed a family. A scandal that nearly destroyed the country. America's sweetheart or nightmare next door? After a year in hiding, Roxanne has emerged. Has she changed? Was it all worth it? Hear it from Roxanne's lips when I sit down for her first exclusive tell-all. Hello, Roxanne, and good morning.
Where's Andre?
They didn't tell you? Andre was arrested for sexual assault this morning.
Was he?
I'll be conducting the interview. Is that okay?
Sure.
Well, first of all, you look absolutely stunning. We're all such huge fans over at the network, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate you sitting down to talk with us. If this gets too painful, just let me know and we can take a break. Just keep in mind, you did agree to an exclusive.
Yes, I did. And, a deal's a deal. So, thank you for giving me the opportunity to set the record straight. And also for covering the hotel. I, really don't know what I would have done.
It's our treat, Roxanne. So, what made you decide that you were ready?
Well, I've had time to process what happened since the incident. And, I was running out of cash quick. Real quick.
God damn! Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
Your eye, it's,
Oh, I lost it. Got into a cat fight. Literally.
Let's start from the beginning. Where have you been, Roxanne?
I was, strongly advised by my legal team to lay low for a while. Get out of town. The press. Oh God, the press. You guys were just eating me alive. Eating me fucking alive.
What's that been like, dealing with the paparazzi?
I could barely show my face.
Is that why you, got work done?
I haven't. Bad work.
It's okay. We don't have to talk about that. So tell me, when was the last time you spoke to the president?
Not since the Barbara interview. 9, 10 months.
And were you surprised by the backlash?
Absolutely. I knew people would be upset, but I didn't think, it would get physical. I'm somebody's daughter.
When I saw the interview, I just thought, wow, this is the vulnerability we need to see right now. I'm so sorry it wasn't well received.
Me too.
Where do you think it went wrong? Can you tell us what you remember from that day?
Well, we had beef, me and Barbara. So, when I got the call from my agent, he said, "Are you in LA?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Time to do some damage control." But I knew it was a bad idea. Yeah, she's right here. Yeah, I know. Not good. Look, I gotta call you back. I'll see you tonight. Okay. Bye. Sorry about that. How you doing, sweetie? I haven't seen you since, journalism school, right? How's that going for you? I'm ready.
You have been described as a bimbo, a stalker, a seductress. This is the first time that you have really been able to speak out. Is there something that you particularly do want to say at this point?
Just that I'd do anything for a do-over. This was extremely out of character to me.
While you were in high school and then in college, you had an affair with a man who worked at your high school. He was being serviced, was the impression. Eventually, he turned against you.
Didn't know you knew that. It's true. But we broke up.
And that was probably very painful. You are a very sensual young woman, passionate.
Well,
If it had not been for the DNA evidence, the president might never have admitted his relationship with you. What did you think the stains were?
no, Barbara. No.
What many people find disgusting is that you didn't
Barbara.
just take this dress and send it out to be dry cleaned.
Well, I know a guy, and he gives me a deal.
Never thought that this was something that was serious or incriminating.
I'm 21 years old. What do I know?
Listen to this tape.
I'll kill ya. Okay. I'm gonna cut you like a fish. You went back on your word, and you're gonna pay for that. Where I'm from, you keep your end of the deal. You hear me, you sick fuck? That's not me.
You would scream at him sometimes over the phone. I mean, you would scream at him in person. You would threaten him. The President of the United States.
That's not me, sis.
The President invited you to see him privately. What did you say?
I said I'll go if you get my Ubers.
The second time that you were with the President, you took his shirt off?
He was naked when I walked in.
How did it become so intimate so quickly?
He attacked me.
2 months after your first meeting, it was then your fifth sexual encounter. And you said, is this only about sex, or do you have some interest in trying to get to know me as a person? What did he say to you then?
I didn't say that.
During those weeks, did you ever say to yourself, I'm doing something wrong? This is bad for the president. This is bad for the country. Did you ever think about that?
No. No, I didn't.
You have said that oral sex is not a sexual relationship, that you call it what?
I'm not comfortable saying that right now.
I don't want to get too personal, but throughout most of the relationship, the oral sex was not brought to completion for the president. Why not? The tabloids were terrible to you, especially about your weight. Tubby temptress, portly pepper pot.
Yeah, they were brutal. Just brutal. But, you know what? It says a lot about their character.
I want to play a videotape for you. A very famous videotape.
Today we're making the flu shot. We start with pineapple juice, turmeric, cayenne pepper, raw honey, organic garlic, organic ginger, organic lemon. Rock your body with Santino.
What was your reaction when you saw this?
She should be ashamed of herself.
5 months into the relationship, you were transferred to the Pentagon. Obviously, there were people who felt that you should be kept away from the president. In a way, they were right, weren't they?
Yes, Barbara. They were right. See,
But you would show up again and again at public places where he would see you, hoping that he would then call you, see you, so forth. Why didn't you leave him alone and just get on with your life? Did you ever think about Chelsea?
Oh,
Why do you think he needed you?
he said I gave him that good Becky.
Can't you get that from your wife?
Perhaps.
When you were at the Pentagon, there was a 10-month period you had a sexual relationship with an older single man named Thomas. Did the president know that you were seeing other men? There is a revelation in the new book about you that concerns this relationship.
My book.
She reveals that during her affair with Thomas, she became pregnant. She had an abortion, and it so upset her that she began therapy.
I can't get pregnant.
Months would go by without you seeing him. Twice he tried to break up with you. I mean, after being treated that way, why didn't you walk away?
It was chained to the bed.
Where was your self-respect? Where was your self-esteem?
Just because I slept with the president and most of the House and 5 senators and Mitch McConnell does not mean that I have low self-esteem.
This photograph was taken before you actually began your relationship with the president. Yes?
Allegedly.
When the Linda Tripp tapes were released, there was one in which you were sobbing uncontrollably. I'll let you listen to it. Do you remember what made you feel that way?
Just keeping it all bottled up inside. You know, I don't really have anyone to talk to.
Well, you told 10 other people that you had this relationship with the president. I mean, big mouth. Why did you want people to know? Does it make you feel better or worse?
Worse.
A scene that has been talked about and written about was when you went to the White House, an unscheduled visit, and you were told at the gate that he was meeting with a woman, a journalist. You got mad, you stalked off. Where were you at that point in your head?
I was ready to commit suicide.
Much later on, after everything with Ken Starr, after the affidavit, this past year, you were put on medication, yes?
Who's David?
Did you ever try to have intercourse?
He couldn't.
Now, you testified that you wrote these yourself. How were you able to use those legal terms? I mean, you're not that informed, you're not that smart. Did anyone help you with these talking points?
My girlfriend, Judy. She's a judge.
You finally did file a false affidavit. Did you know that you were committing perjury?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Were you trying to protect the president?
I wouldn't piss down his throat if his guts were on fire.
You said, I would not cross those people for fear of my life. Who were those people, and what did you think they would do?
I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I was on Quaaludes that night.
Linda Tripp asked you to meet her at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel near the Pentagon. There you were confronted not only by Linda Tripp, but by members of Ken Starr's staff and by FBI agents. What happened that day?
They arrested me.
You didn't know then that she had taped other things. But how did you feel when you learned for the first time that she taped you?
They have so much sexually explicit video content of me at this point.
As we talk now, today, is there anything you're afraid of?
I just hope another sex tape doesn't leak.
I understand that you're restricted in the events of those days and what happened when you were in the room with Ken Starr's people and the FBI agents. But you can tell us how you were feeling. How did you feel that day? What were your emotions?
Disoriented. Dehydrated. But, optimistic.
You've told friends that at one time or another, because of things that were revealed, the most personal things about them, that each of them considered taking their own lives?
They don't got the guts.
What do you think of Bill Ginsburg's role?
She is a cunt. Sorry.
I think I get it. I'd like to show you another tape.
Oh my God.
Were you high when you sued Chris Kyle's widow?
Was I high? You know, that's a question, and I expect it from someone from Fox. I never sued the widow. I sued him.
Okay, well, she's suffering a lot of pain right now.
No, she isn't.
How do you know that?
Because insurance pays for it all. She hasn't paid 1 cent.
Would you apologize to her?
No, she should apologize to me for the lie that her husband told about me. Why would I apologize? You only apologize if you've done something wrong, pal.
I don't know him anything.
He didn't know if you had sex with the president, and he didn't want to know. The whole country then felt, if they hadn't before, that you were a stalker. There is the question of why you offered so many intimate details to the prosecutor. I mean, why, for example, tell them about that cigar business?
Thought I could trust him. But, you know.
Are you still on medication? And this is antidepressant medication?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Where do you go from here?
I mean, the girls at Soho House. I actually gotta start
Do you have
looking
any
at...
goals? Is there anything you'd like to do?
Happy hour starts at 6, so...
Any man in your life now?
Well, Barbara, you'll have to read my book, which is available on pre-order. I should be able to get you a copy.
Do you take responsibility for what happened?
Not at all.
Have you learned anything from this experience?
Not at all.
What will you tell your children when you have them?
I'm barren.
If you had to do it all over again, would you have had the relationship?
We've actually been texting, so we'll see. She's always been an extremely jealous person.
What happened after that?
I was attacked.
Let's talk about that.
Well, the first time, it was in the bathroom of a BF Chang's. Group of girls gave me a swirly.
And it went viral on TikTok.
And I got an infection. And the attacks only became more aggressive from there.
What did you do?
Went to Ibiza, just for a couple of weeks. Thought I'd wait it out, but they were really upset when I got back. Oh, they were pissed.
Is that when you found your duplex had been burned down?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's when I realized I fucked up.
What about the dogs?
They all perished, unfortunately. But that was my fault. Different day.
Tell me about Oprah. A lot of your supporters think she blindsided you. Do you think that she treated you fairly?
It wouldn't be the first time she's used me for clout. I mean, it was hurtful, but not shocking.
You weren't shocked when she interviewed the First Lady? Did you even know you were in the same studio?
Oh, we shared a dressing room, but I didn't put two and two together.
You wrote on your blog that she was a snake and a liar. What did she lie about?
Oh, where do I begin?
That face-to-face meeting you just saw with the other woman really did happen to my next guest. She, listen to this, was out selling Girl Scout cookies with her daughter at the time. She rang a doorbell in a nearby home, and a woman answered. And Lois, tell us what happened next.
Actually, my daughter had gone in to deliver the cookies, and she came back out to the car and said, "Would you like to go in for a cup of coffee?" Even not knowing the woman very well, I thought, well, it's a polite thing to do. She said, "Well, your husband and I are having problems and we're breaking up." And I'm like, breaking up from what? And she said, "Well, you know that the boys are his children." And I'm like, no, I had no idea. Apparently, my ex-husband had indicated that I was aware of all of this and I was okay with it. Mm-hmm. And
when was this, Lois?
It was my 19th wedding anniversary to the day. And
it was on your 19th wedding anniversary?
Yes.
Denial is
How many
very
children did you
strong.
all have together?
We have two, and he has two others.
It must have been devastating to have had to deal with that. And then you were forced to go out and face the audience.
Well, I've had a lot of time to heal.
Were you scared?
Petrified.
Millions of people cheat on their spouse every day, but we almost never hear this side of the story. Why would you want to come on and face the world with this story?
Why should I hide, huh? I did what I did. I said what I said. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
But this is what I don't get. I mean, obviously, people can do what they want to do in their lives, and everybody makes mistakes. What I don't get, though, is if you're having sex in the back of a minivan, and you're not 16 or 26 even, so common sense would tell you this is not going anywhere,
I'm
right?
22 years old, whoever said
So how did it progress to sex?
Sweetie, look at me. He gonna keep his hands off.
Was it an emotional affair first?
No, it was always very physical.
And obviously you knew that it was wrong because you knew he was married all from the beginning.
Honey, what he's doing at home ain't none of my business.
No.
How was the affair discovered?
Leaked webcam footage. No, I'm not proud of that. You know who you are, and you're going down.
So did other people obviously know that this was going on?
It was shared over 100 million times in the first 24 hours. Yeah.
Was he telling you he was going to leave his wife?
He could have left, stayed as long as he came.
Did his wife ever confront you?
No, other way around. Sat her down and I said, We got something in common.
She wouldn't expect you would be sleeping with her
No.
husband. How did you feel after saying that?
I felt like I was ruining this woman's life.
So you're the classic other woman. Is this the classic other
What
woman?
can I say, that man?
If he loved it that much, he'd be with you.
He was with me this morning. Who do you think?
You were saying to the producers that there were so many signs that his wife could have obviously known. What were they?
Oh, I was sabotaging from the jump. Leaving things around, spreading STDs, but they weren't having sex.
Well, the bottom line is, too, you have no power.
That's true. That's
So
true.
ultimately, you are here because you wanted to share this story so that other women who might get engaged in an emotional affair or might, choose to take the road that you did, think twice about it. Is that what?
You paid me to be here. That's why I'm here. Whatever.
I thought the way you handled it was very mature. What happened next?
I was put on the Interpol list, couldn't fly. And you know me, that's my thing, It's what I do. So I had to start sneaking across borders.
Like a bird without their wings.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the apology video. What inspired that?
I was running out of options, and I knew it worked for James and Dottie.
James Charles?
Yeah.
A lot of people were offended by the apology. Where do you think it went wrong? Was it too soon?
I still don't know. I had my lawyer approve it and everything. Maybe they thought it was insincere.
Let's watch a few segments of that.
Oh. Hi guys, it's me, Roxanne. I miss you so much. And welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, do me a favor and like and subscribe and tap that little bell. In today's video, I will be apologizing. That's right, you guys. This is my official apology video. You guys burned my duplex down. So I've been staying out here in the beautiful Angeles National Forest. I've been blacklisted everywhere. Nobu, Skybar. I can't even get into the Viper room. And I've slept with half the staff. My doctor won't call me back. And look, all my fillers dissolved. I look like damn Kate Middleton. They towed my damn car. I'm on the Interpol list. I can't show my face in public. Even my hairdresser went MIA. Look, I've been doing my own roots. What do you guys think? These cells are infested with rats. They're nocturnal. I gotta sleep in the trees. Thank God I still have a few squirts of my elf dewy coconut setting mist. Even though you dropped the sponsorship with me, I still support ya. It's just who I am. So look, I spoke with my attorneys, and it looks like the public apology route is really the way to go. So, with that being said, to all the people that's affected, everywhere, all the way to Saint-Tropez and back. I was in Saint-Tropez this time last year. It was fabulous. But anyway, because I'm so understanding, and not only am I understanding, but I'm human. And sometimes humans make mistakes. Tiny ones, which shouldn't even bother anyone, but apparently they do. The pain is all over now. Because the words that I'm saying to you right now, in this video, what I did, which was actually not that bad. Could have been worse. Your fault in a lot of ways. You dared me to do this after all. On Instagram stories, a double dare, if I remember correctly. So, what do you say? Let's start fresh. Let me know when I can come home in the comments below. There's a lion right there. I gotta stay real still. She looks hungry.
That never gets easier to watch.
No, it doesn't.
Did that lion attack you?
Yes. I received a few lacerations. Luckily, there's a lot of natural remedies in the forest. You know, salves and things.
Unbelievable. Is this when you lost your eye?
Yes.
Exposed, blacklisted, injured, and living feral in the Angeles National Forest. What did you do next?
Someone spotted me when I went to town for supplies. A producer for the BBC.
Right. The Emma Willis interview. They really drug you across the coals.
It was more of a roast.
So, tell me, when you first realized you were being ambushed...
Immediately, I knew she was out for blood the second she opened her mouth.
So Roxanne, this whole situation started. There seems to be a lot of things unanswered, especially from a viewer's point of view.
You can't believe everything in the press.
Can you imagine if those cameras hadn't been there? You would have ruined somebody. How can you get something so wrong in your head? We've had over 10,000 questions come in for you. I don't think we've ever had that many questions come in. Ron Innes has asked, what is your response to other people who you've worked with who've said that you have accused them of violence in the past? There's been a couple of people who have said they have had similar, if not the same, incidents with you over the years. They have all kind of commented on being a compulsive liar, that karma comes back. Does it make you want to look at yourself even more? Or does it question why they say those things about you? Or is it just quite easy to go,
what was the question?
We've seen you in the house on numerous occasions when there has been subjects that needed to be broached immediately. You've gone and done it. You've gone up to Hardeep and say, what have you been saying about me? Why didn't you feel like you should go up to Ryan and say, you know, and nip it in the bud? Why didn't he get a chance that other people had? What answers have you got from that?
None.
You have the luxury of time, perspective. Some may say research.
Well, you would think, but no, I haven't really gone there.
You know, lots of people are not buying your apology.
Well,
I think, did you believe your own story?
Yeah.
That's quite worrying, Roxanne. So what do you do now? How do you feel about yourself?
Terrible.
That you repeatedly as well called him a liar to various people and that he was manipulative. And what do you want to say? And his family. Have you spoken or tried to contact anybody? Do you not think they deserve an apology?
No, not personally.
What have your family said? What did they say about your action?
I've been disowned, but it's been good for me to have some time to reflect.
In what way?
I don't know.
How do you put it right?
I'm going to make some calls.
What do you want to say to him and his family? It's very easy to say sorry,
Well,
but to really mean is a very different thing.
I'm going to say that
You could have ruined it.
I know. You said that.
Could you forgive you?
I have.
Do you think in time you can have a career again?
Yes. My book is now available for pre-order.
Thanks, everybody.
Wow, what a bitch.
She's jealous.
Okay, and what happened after that?
I got into my motorcycle accident.
Roxanne, are you unlucky?
I was wasted, but I've gotten a hold of my drinking.
Is that wine?
It's brandy. I don't do the hot stuff till the afternoon.
Tell us about your new album.
I collaborated with a bunch of other canceled MUAs, and it is now available for pre-order on iTunes.
Can you tell us with whom you've collaborated?
The first track on the album is called You're Fat, starring Laura Leigh.
Oh, Roxanne, don't you think people will be offended?
I hadn't thought about it, but that's good feedback.
I'm on your side. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before we wrap up?
Yes. Use code Roxanne to save 10% when checking out at fashionnova.com.
After all this, you still have an affiliate program. That's amazing.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Thank you. Oh,
No, keep her mic'd. Keep her mic'd, please.
talk to me. We're good, trust me. We're good, trust me. I don't know. I didn't recognize her. Yeah, I got the money. The Four Seasons. 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 What are you, deaf? Four Seasons. The Four Seasons. The Four Seasons. God damn it. Four Seasons. Hi guys, it's me, Roxanne. Missed you so much, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been away, you guys. I've been in a coma. Woke up in the woods 10 miles from home. I just hiked back. I had the craziest dreams, you guys. Anyway, let's just jump into the tutorial, you guys. Today I'll be showing you how I achieved my Chloe Grace Moretz glam